Yes, hello everybody and welcome to the first Kidbyers highlight reel for 2014. This time it's the German Grand Prix from the Nürburgring on this year's game. And qualifying was a little bit wet, as you can see. Another shithouse performance by yours truly, 7th on the grid. Dubsy putting in a very nice lap in these greasy conditions to take pole by 4/10 of a second. My teammate in third, great result for her, Jacket Potato, Zampley, Mighty Murph, and the beloved regulars from 7 to 10 with Sir Shervo bringing up the rear as we head to the starting grid. But first, just listen to this banter between Paintboy and HS.
Change your tyres as much as you can, lads.
Is that by choice, Paintboy?
Yep, yeah, definitely, absolutely.
Bullshit.
Well, I haven't played for a month and you're only just in front of me, so it doesn't say much for yourself, does it?
Screwed the game.
Oh, an absolute ripper there. I thought I'd just pop that in there prior to the start of the race. There's my teammate, third position. She's been outperforming me the last couple of rounds. Bit of a worrying sign for Kidbyers and co.
Most luck to myself.
As under leaden skies we get ready to start the German Grand Prix. You know the drill by now. 4, 5, lights out, away we go. Usually make pretty good starts in wet conditions. As I come up to Zampley, who gets a bit of a bad getaway there, I round him up as I come down to turn 1. Trying to stay on the outside here of turn 1, just to stay out of trouble. A Toro Rosso there, and another Toro Rosso next to me.
Yeah, that's it.
Paintboy getting involved in an incident there at the start. Not very happy after the Christmas break. As I slot into 4th position so far here on lap 1, trying to stay out of trouble. A reasonably good start actually, from 7th to 4th, so I'm pretty happy with that. As we continue through lap 1 now, Murph in front of me, Chastity just behind me, putting pressure on me. So not a bad start. As we fast forward now to lap 2, I have a bit of a go at Danny here on the inside, and a bit of a nudge there sends the back end of my car out, but I managed to maintain control, and now Chastity makes the most of that as he looks down the inside, and he's already got the job done there very quickly indeed. Nice driving. As we approach turn 1, I use up all of my curves to try and defend, and he goes on the inside. Now I've got the inside line for turn 2. Onto the grass there. I've got the inside line down to first gear. Chastity's still there. He's not letting this one go. As he comes up, I think I've got him there, so back into 4th place. But in the meantime, during that little battle, HSV's come up as well. Here he is on the inside. Bang!
Oh my god, you didn't even touch it.
So how about that? I think there was a replay meant to be in there somewhere, but anyway, a bit of dodgy editing by myself as I come into the pits. Lap 9 now, changing onto intermediates again. Shervo there as well, as we both came into the pits together. And this turned out to be one of the most interesting battles for 8th place I've ever had on this during my race league career. What are we doing now? Okay, lap 10, here we go. Conditions a little bit worse now. Paintboy no grip on the fronts, as you heard there, and straight through. So a nice little move in the wet conditions. Fuel back to standard. As lap 16 now, the battle continues with Shervo. Starting to dry out though at this stage of the race, as the engineer kept reminding me. Shervo a little bit wide there, exiting that Schumacher corner as we both come into the pits together. So I'm reacting to Shervo's call as I come into the pits for a second time. Paintboy 26.1 seconds behind me, so not much of a threat from him as we both come in together. The pit crews are going to decide who gets out.
Release.
Green light and away we go. Shervo's still in front of me, so we came in together, we go out together. Lap 17 now, 13 to go.
You have no more scheduled pit stops, so look after your tyres.
Getting very close to Shervy there. This was a really good battle, really enjoyable, like I said. As we fast forward to lap 19 now, the track really is starting to dry out. Now this was where sort of Sector 3 was drying out and Sectors 1 and 2 was still a bit greasy. And Shervo looks to send me right there to sell me the dummy, but I was going in anyway. I thought that it was starting to get dry enough for a change of tyres onto the dries. Now I chose to put on prime tyres. Obviously being a wet race, you don't need to use both compounds. Off come the inters, on go the primes. And I was hoping that would last me for the last 10 or so laps of the race. But as with online racing, unpredictable things happen, as you'll soon see. As that looks to be a McLaren in front of me, that must be HSV. Ahead of me there as we go through turns 2 and 3. HSV in front of me. Oh, where's he going? It was only the ghost of HSV, so he's out of the way now. As we fast forward again. No, we don't. We continue on. Continue on with lap 20 here. You can tell I haven't edited anything for a while, can't you? As we continue on lap 20, 9th place now. Shervo 15 seconds in front of me. I've chosen to go onto the dry tyres. Shervo stayed out on the inters for an extra lap, and will that cost him? As we fast forward now to the end of lap 20, Shervo's come into the pits. Has he done enough to stay ahead of me? This will be very interesting to see if he's made the right call. As I come onto the start-finish straight to end lap 20. Shervo's in the pits. You watch the pits, I'll watch the track, as Murray Walker used to say, and straight past into 8th place. So that call, that strategy call has not worked at all for Shervo. Going onto the dry tyres was the right idea in that instance. As we fast forward to lap 22, and I think we're near the end, my friends, as Danny disconnects about now, and the rest will soon follow. Once the host is gone, a bit like Independence Day, or the mothership, the rest will follow. As we come onto the main straight to complete lap 22. No, we don't even get that far. As we lose connection, we'll see you next week.